William Whalen here for GetMoreSports.com. We've reached the Final Four, and we've got Villanova and Oklahoma on the left side of the bracket. Now, these are two number 2 seeds. Obviously, both had to run through number 1 seeds in the Elite 8 to get here, with Villanova knocking off Kansas in a epic defensive struggle. I think that's going to be a storyline that I touch on later on in the video that I think has propelled them farther than what some people thought them capable of. And Oklahoma powering past Oregon in really a show of strength to their proficiency from the outside. And of course, their star player, Buddy Hield. And Buddy Hield, of course, I think is the X factor in this game in one respect. Of course, he's the best player left in the tournament. When he goes for 30, 35, it's really hard to beat Oklahoma. And I think when you have a player that good going for that much, it's really hard to beat anybody in college basketball. But the key matchup in this game, as you'll read below, is actually, in my opinion, Isaiah Cousins and Jordan Woodward. But they're on the same team. I know. The fact is, they've been kind of playing a game of tug-of-war all season. Who gets the most shots? Who handles the ball more? I think Woodward has played much better as the season has concluded. I don't think it's really up for debate. But nonetheless, in a game this big, in a moment this big, the worst tendencies of players can come out with this kind of pressure. So I wonder how those guys are going to balance each other out once on the floor. For Villanova, this team defensively is so much better than they've been in years past. I think this is Jay Wright's best defensive unit in a while, maybe since their last Final Four team. And that's what made the difference against Kansas. They didn't shoot the ball as well as they had been previously against the Jayhawks. I mean, over the course of the season, this is an under 35% team from deep, and yet they've been lighting teams up in the NCAA tournament. Against Kansas, they didn't do that. Against Kansas, it was their defense. The leadership, Jenkins, Arcidiacono, I mean, everybody kind of coming together. I do look at Hart, the defensive ability that he had, and that's my key matchup. Is going to be Josh Hart against Buddy Hield. Because if those two match up one-on-one, I do think that Hart has the length and the athleticism and the moxie to give Hield problems. I don't think you can stop Hield, but you can make him inefficient. You can make him hunt for shots. And if you can do that, I think you really have a chance to beat Oklahoma. I just don't see it happening. They've got the best player in the tournament. I'm going with Buddy Hield, my National Player of the Year. I've got them matching up with the Tar Heels in the NCAA Tournament Championship.